What up, y'all? So yesterday I shared a video about radical acceptance and how it was one of, if not the most important thing in my life and my journey out of a cycle of turmoil and addiction and changing everything. A friend of mine affirmed me first and then commented on one of the videos, on that video, and asked a very important question. So important that, in fact, I want to say thank you to Tad the Diet Coach for calling me forward and bringing that to light. His comment had to do with forgiving myself, forgiving oneself. Now, this was a major obstacle for me for a very, very long time. So when I tell y'all the amount of wreckage and pain that I caused in not just my life, but the people around me, how it affected their lives, the trauma that I inflicted, the pain I inflicted, all that stuff, I lived with a tremendous amount of guilt for a very, very long time. And that was extremely tough for me to process and get over. One of those things, in fact, that elements of I still process and deal with every single day. It manifests itself differently today. I don't run to a solution in substances. I don't run from my emotions. I don't run from my feelings around it. However, I find myself continuing to have to address this. It can manifest in a bunch of different ways. Negative self-talk, especially on a day where I'm operating in a low frequency, vibrating pretty low. It'll come out to, you've never been able to follow through with that kind of stuff before. Look at how you've hurt people before, etc. All that kind of just intrusive and just caustic thoughts that don't do anybody any good. So I want to take time and acknowledge, and again say thank you to Tad the Diet Coach for pointing that out, because it's something that should be addressed and it's very important. I haven't covered it yet. I cover it loosely when I talk about grace, showing grace to yourself, not just to other people, being compassionate to yourself and all of these other things. But language is important, especially the language that we use on ourselves. So yes, it is tremendously important. The onus is upon us. If we expect anything to change, one of the key ingredients is forgiving yourself and letting that stuff go. You can make a living amends if any of the circumstances aren't healthy for you to re-engage in any of those relationships, or you just can't for whatever reason. You can make a living amends and live righteously, spiritually, and a fulfilling life. And just let that shit go, y'all. Thanks, Dad. Peace, y'all.